Hello, friends from across the nation and around the world. I'm Martin, and you are listening to Dad's Bedtime Stories. Tonight, we're going to be jumping into the magic costume tree universe. I was checking out the Google form, and I saw some pretty awesome magic costume tree ideas, actually. One of them was from someone named Millie from Panama, who wanted a dragon costume. And I guess I thought, hey, you know what I haven't done enough of lately? Dragon content. So I decided we make that one. Now, if you have an idea for the podcast, especially if it doesn't have to do with dragons, because we could use some non-dragon ideas to, put in between the dragon ideas, just leave me a message on SpeakPipe, or fill out the Google form, or send me an email or something. Before we get started, I just want to give a big shout out to some of my newest Patreon sponsors. As some of you may have heard, my current goal is to get up to 111 paid Patreon sponsors, because that's 1% of my monthly listeners. So I think that's a realistic goal anyways. First off, thank you to Chase and Oliver, or Ollie. Same name as my son, by the way. And next, thank you to Emmett and Jordan for sponsoring the podcast. As many of you know, we are always looking for ads, but in the meantime, Patreon is the main way this podcast continues. For as little as $1 a month, you can join Patreon, get ad-free episodes, early releases, and any bonus episodes I put out there, including my series, Unbound Superhero Academy, up to, I think, chapter 14 as of the recording of this one. But now it's that time again. Time to get as comfy as you can in that bed. Close your eyes and imagine yourself doing what the kid in the story does. Oh, and by the way, well, I mentioned one part of Millie's idea. It was a dragon costume. There was more to that idea that'll make its way into this episode. I just didn't want to ruin it for you. You wake up in your very own bed, inside your very own home. There's a strange feeling in the air, a tingling sensation of sorts that makes the hair on your arms and legs stand on end. It's the same feeling you normally get when the magic costume tree appears. You quickly get dressed, eat breakfast, and run outside, hopeful that wherever you go, the magic costume tree may be waiting. You start to search all around your home. Behind it, beside it, in front of it, every direction you can walk. But no matter where you go, you don't see the magic costume tree anywhere. You sit down on the ground, place your elbows on your knees, and smack your hand into your head, disappointed. You were really hoping you'd see it today. When you look up, well, you realize that you're not standing where you were before. Somehow, you're in the middle of a forest. You look to your right, and sure enough, the magic costume tree is standing there, in the middle of a clearing, surrounded by trees. Excited, you get up and run towards the magic costume tree, swinging the door open and jumping inside. Inside, there is row upon row upon row of costumes. You begin to look through all of them until one of them has that special glow, that special highlighted glow that tells you it might be the right one for today. It's a large, draping black costume. You pick up the hanger and take it off of the rack. A dragon costume? You unzip the costume place the hanger back on the rack and begin to step inside. At first, the costume seems sort of loose and baggy, too big for you. You pull the dragon head hood up over top of your face, and the costume starts to tingle, and then it begins to change. It shrinks down until it perfectly fits to your body. And you feel other sensations too, as if the costume is becoming part of your body. Your head merges with the dragon head, and you suddenly have large teeth and eyes that can see things you couldn't see before. Your hands merge with the claws and become one with them. And, wow, what's that behind you? You have a few other senses that you didn't used to have. A tail and wings. You also feel wildly powerful. There's a certain strength running through your muscles that makes you feel like you could pick up a car and throw it. And there's something else deep inside you too. Something that feels, well, hot. You look over in the mirror and you see that you actually look like a real dragon. Or at least a real dragon person. You step outside to get a better idea of your dragon powers. You start by moving over towards a tree. Now, most of the time you wouldn't think that you could pick up a tree, but something feels different today. You take a hold of the tree with both of your claws, which actually sort of dig into it with very little effort. Then you pull upwards, and the tree rips out of the ground, roots and all. You swing the tree around your head and throw it up into the air. You watch as the tree sails through the sky and crashes into the other trees below. Cool, you say, before suddenly feeling bad that you just ripped a tree out of the ground for no reason. Maybe you should be a little less destructive with such powerful powers. Next, you decide to test whatever that feeling is in your core. The hot one. Knowing that you're a dragon, you have a pretty good guess. You open your large dragon mouth. You focus on that core of heat inside you. Point your head up straight in the air and breathe out. A huge plume of fire shoots directly up into the sky. Cool. Next, you need to test your wings. You've never had wings before, but something about them is just sort of second nature. You stretch them out to the sides, and you flap them downwards. Now, when you move your hands through the air, it doesn't really feel like you're pushing through anything substantial. But when you push down on giant wings, you can really feel the air. It shoots you up into the sky, and you flap them again, and again and again, rising higher and higher and higher, above the magic costume tree, and above the forest you were somehow magically transported to. The hot sensation inside your stomach, or core, or whatever you want to call it, suddenly flares up as well. Instead of wanting to shoot fire out of your mouth, it seems to want to shoot out of your wings. You allow the sensation to take over as you spread your wings as wide as they'll go, and you suddenly start to shoot through the air. The fire, or whatever it is in your core, sort of pushes you forward like a thruster or a jet engine. You straighten your body, arms, and legs, and you begin to push forward through the sky, rising high up above the clouds, doing rolls and flips and turns. You spend the next little while getting used to flight. You learn that you can change direction in an instant. You can do barrel rolls and loop-de-loops. The whole thing is incredibly thrilling, honestly. You continue to blast through the sky, high above the forest, high above the world, until something catches your eye. Something catches your dragon eye, anyways. Something you're pretty sure you wouldn't have been able to see with your normal human eyes. There's something on top of the clouds. You shoot directly towards it, and as you get closer, you can make out more and more of it. It looks like, well, it looks kind of like a city, floating high above the clouds. And there's other creatures moving around it too, other dragon creatures. The closer you get, the more dragons you see. Dragons of all different shapes and all different sizes, entering the city, leaving the city, and just sort of flying around the city. When you finally get close enough, you glide down and land on the ginormous streets, surrounded by ginormous buildings, each one with ginormous doors. Everything here is made to be big enough for even the largest dragons. "Who are you?" a voice says from beside you. You turn your head to see a bright blue dragon. "Me? I'm just your everyday, perfectly normal, non-suspicious dragon," you answer. I've never seen you before. You must be from one of the other dragon cities. Maybe the southern one? I heard people look kinda weird in the southern one, and you look kinda weird," the dragon says. Yeah, I'm from the southern dragons. We do look kinda different," you say, shrugging your shoulders and allowing your wings to fall down to your side. "What's your name?" you ask. "Me? My name is Millie, and I am a water dragon." As if to demonstrate the point, Millie unleashes a blast of water straight up in the air, which then kind of rains down on top of you. "Oh, nice to meet you, Millie." "What kind of dragon are you?" Millie asks. Well, I guess I'm a fire dragon," you say. And copying what Millie did, you take in a deep breath and unleash a blast of fire straight up in the air. "Oh, fire dragons. Very respectful. Well, are you coming to the meeting?" Millie asks. What meeting?" you respond. "The meeting with the great dragon. He has called for us all to attend." "Oh, well, I guess I'm going to the meeting then. Lead the way," you say, and Millie begins to walk down the street. You follow behind her. As you walk, you pass all sorts of different dragons. Dragons that seemed to be able to command nature, causing plants to grow at will. Dragons that seemed to be one with the earth, tossing stones up in the air and, juggling them around. Dragons that seemed to rest and float on the air. Must be air dragons, you assume. Some dragons seemed to be sparking with electricity, others glowing with a strange glow, and one even seemed to be a space dragon if you weren't mistaken. A jet black dragon with little spots that glowed like stars. Eventually, you and Millie arrive at a large castle in the center of the city. Many of the other dragons follow slowly behind. You enter inside and come to a gigantic room that looks like a huge dragon stadium. A large opening in the middle, sort of at the bottom, and huge rings surrounding it. Rings on all different levels, filled by all different kinds of dragons. It takes a while, but soon the whole stadium is completely packed. A door at the bottom of the arena opens up, and all of the dragons instinctively hush. A huge dragon wanders out very slowly. Each of his steps shakes the stadium just a little bit. Who's that, you ask? You really aren't from around here, are you? Millie says. That is our elder dragon, the ruler of this city. I think he's about to make a speech. The large dragon clears his throat, and a huge necklace around his neck with a gigantic gem on it begins to glow. Welcome, brothers and sisters. I have gathered you here for a very good reason. I believe it is time to show the humans the power of the dragons. For far too long, we have allowed the humans to rule the world, or to believe they do anyways. Some of what they have done is good, but other choices are proving less desirable. Today is the day we take over. You're shocked to hear these words. Really? Dragons are gonna take over the world? You look to your left and right, wondering if all of the dragons feel this way. But all you see is their eyes glowing red. The same color red as the elder dragon's necklace. We will listen. We will obey. The dragons respond. Millie? Are you okay? You ask. Must listen. Must obey, Lily says, her eyes still glowing a bright red color. You look down at the elder dragon and the necklace that he's wearing around his neck. It does have a strange pull to it. Your eyes almost get lost in it for a second, but the human parts of you seem to take over, and you're able to shake it off. The dragons begin to leave the stadium. Then they leave the castle. You follow behind, seeing exactly where it is that Millie's about to go. As soon as the dragons exit, one by one they take off into the sky. They fly up over top of the city and down towards the earth. Oh no, this can't be good, you say. You jump into the air, spreading your wings and activating your sort of natural dragon thrusters. You blast up over top of the city and dive down towards the earth, following Millie as carefully as you can, even though she pretty clearly seems to be in some sort of trance. You dive down towards the ground, and you watch as swarms of dragons begin to unleash their powers towards the cities and towns below, blasting them with ice and fire, lightning, water, and even poison in some cases. Millie, I don't think this is a good idea, you say. You think about fighting back, but there's just so many of them. There's no way you could stop this many dragons who are under, well, mind control? Is that what's going on? Wait a second. It's the necklace, isn't it? You realize. If you're gonna stop all of this, then you need to stop the Elder Dragon. And you need to destroy the necklace or steal it or something. It does look like a big dragon, but at least it's only one dragon and not an entire dragon army. You turn back and activate your thrusters in your wings once again, shooting you up high into the sky. You swoop up over top of the clouds until you spot the dragon city once again. You blast off towards it, and without hesitation, you zip into the castle, into the arena, and float high up above the Elder Dragon, who's just sort of standing there with his eyes closed. You spot the necklace hanging around his neck, and you decide that, well, you should probably just go for it before he realizes that something's up. You aim at the necklace, and with all of your might and with all of your willpower, you shoot straight down towards it, your natural dragon thrusters pushing you downward at incredible speed. You reach out your dragon claws, and you snatch the necklace straight off of the Elder Dragon's neck, rolling on the ground as you land. Who are you? The Elder Dragon says. Give me back that necklace. I don't really think I should, you say. And with that, you spread your wings again and shoot up into the air, above the arena, through the castle, and out the door. Unfortunately, you hear something coming after you. The top of the castle suddenly breaks open, stone flying everywhere, as the huge Elder Dragon flies into the sky. I'll give you one more chance. Give it to me now, or I'll take it. You turn to face the dragon. I don't really think I should give it back to you. You're trying to take over the world. Well then, you leave me no choice. The dragon takes in a huge breath. Its mouth begins to glow a bright red, and it shoots a beam of laser directly towards you. Your dragon instincts kick in and you move to the left quickly, narrowly missing the dragon laser blast or whatever that was. The elder dragon continues to unleash blasts of laser, and you continue to dodge left, right, up, down, until the dragon begins to get sort of tired. You asked for it. The elder dragon's eyes glow, and the crystal in your hands begins to glow as well. I'm going to need some support here, he says to, well, no one you can see. But sure enough, one by one, dragons begin to appear, surrounding you from all sides. Unsure what else to do, you look down at the glowing necklace. You reach inward for all of your dragon's strength, and you press the gem together, trying to crush it with all of your might. It resists at first, but as you flex your muscles as hard as you can, the gem gives way and collapses between your hands, breaking into little pieces that luckily don't hurt you at all. The gem suddenly explodes in a blast of light, one that doesn't hurt you, but does temporarily blind you, forcing you to look in the other direction. As you begin to blink your eyes open once again, you look around you and you see all of the dragons kind of rubbing their eyes and shaking their heads. Millie flies over beside you. Wait, what just happened? She asks. I believe that the elder dragon was using some sort of mind control crystal to convince all of you to take over the world. He was... what? That is against the dragon code. Very against the dragon code, Millie says, staring over at the elder dragon. The elder dragon just sort of looks left, looks right, and begins to slowly step away as the other dragons slowly surround him with very disappointed glares. We are sorry about this, Millie says. Please tell your people at the Southern Dragon Tribe, or wherever it is you weird-looking creatures come from, that we are sorry. We will take care of our elder. Thank you for freeing us. You're welcome, you say. And a strange pull starts to tug on you. Your wings spread, and you float up into the air. I guess it's time for me to go, you say, waving goodbye as your dragon costume starts to pull you back towards the costume tree. You shoot through the sky, down and above the forest, until you soon float down and into the costume tree once again. You land softly on the ground, and with a sudden kind of shivering feeling, the costume detaches itself from your body. It grows bigger and sort of hangs off of you like it did before. You unzip the zipper, step out of the costume, and hang it up once again. Knowing that the adventure is over, at least for now, you leave the magic costume tree, and you see a path in front of you, one that you hadn't noticed before. You walk through the path, push apart some trees and shrubs, and emerge directly in front of your home once again. You look back and the forest is entirely gone. You enter your home, go straight to your bed, and crash down on top of it. You pull the covers up over top of yourself, you close your eyes, and you begin to just breathe. Your muscles feel different without the dragon costume on, but they also feel very, very relaxed. With each breath, you sink down a little deeper into the mattress, and your mind begins to wander off to new dreams, new adventures, and new costumes to come. Good night, everyone.